Welcome back, guys and gals. So this week's gonna be a little bit interesting. I went and did a barbecue competition and it was kind of up and down, but let's get to sharpening.
Take Venmo? Take Venmo?
I've got a card reader, actually.
You got a card reader?
Yeah,
okay.
just because
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
I just need
okay. What do you charge?
right down there, I've got bundle deals in typically 8 knife up to 10 inches.
10. We just got the one.
Perfect.
So, okay. Cool, makes sense.
Of course.
So a little bit more about my crazy morning was, so I was driving to the barbecue competition and I got about 3 miles away and all of a sudden I lost all power in my truck. So thinking, oh, well, maybe I just stalled it out or something because it's a clutch. So go to turn it over, going to turn it over. Nothing, dead in the water. I'm like, oh no. So I was supposed to be there at 6 in the morning. I didn't get there till about like 9 o'clock. But still made good time, still sharpened all the knives that everybody needed sharpened, but kind of was interesting. So now I'm going to be in the process of doing some fun stuff with the truck. So I'll let you stay tuned. That's going to be an interesting few videos. I'm not planning on rebuilding the engine just because it's a bit older and it's my daily driver. Wasn't getting fantastic gas mileage. So I have something a little bit more fun in store for the truck, because a lot of you know, one, love that Nissan. That has been my favorite truck since I was little. Grew up in one. Just a lot of really good memories for me. So I'm gonna be doing some fun stuff to it, make it run a little bit better and make it a little bit more of a daily driver. So make sure to stick around for that, because I'm gonna do a video series detailing it.
Get my knife taken care of. You guys got all the equipment.
I try to.
That's a nice one.
I actually carbon freight 1x30, built the frame myself, put the angle guide and all that stuff on there, and do an edge trailing, so
right.
There's no heat buildup whatsoever on those blades.
And what about the
belts?
The belts.
So the lower grits are by Diablo. You can get them like Ace Hardware and all those other places.
Right.
But the belt progression that I do is 120, 600. This is just a 600 grit basically.
Yeah.
And then after that with the leather strap with Torment paste, which is roughly 8,000 grit.
Oh, 8,000 grit.
Yeah, and just do 1 or 2 passes makes for a nice sticky sharp.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Lots of practice.
You know, I've been saying that I want to do it myself, you know, and because I'm going to need that practice.
Check,
You know,
if you scan the QR code, I've got a YouTube channel with all my stuff on it. It'll
Oh,
show you how to build
really?
one of these, all that kind of stuff.
where's your QR?
QR code there, or I'll give you a business card, make it easier on your wallet.
That's even better. Perfect. Sam's Mobile Sharpening.
And you can just scan that link tree. It'll pull up my YouTube, my Facebook, all that fun stuff.
Now we typically use yeah,
Yes, and that's
and because we have these Japanese
Yep.
knives.
single bevels or double bevels?
Double.
Good, okay.
Yeah, and
He doesn't know a single bevel.
I don't know that he does or he doesn't, but yeah, he does the double bevel.
Good.
And we couldn't find anybody else that would sharpen it, you know.
Oh, any day of the week I will.
Yeah, do it. Oh yeah, and do it the right way. At that, it was because goodness, we spent so much money on those freaking knives, and
Right.
the only other place that is the actual. I keep forgetting the name of the place.
I think there's a place over in Portland that does.
Yeah, it's in Tualatin.
Yes.
And during COVID, they pretty much shut down, and people from across the country could not get their knife sharpened. And so we were trying to find somebody, and then they said, yeah, we'll do this particular knife, and that's how we ended up working with him.
Fair enough. Well,
But I've always wanted to learn how to just do it myself.
Oh yeah, no, Worksharp has a lot of really good built-in angle guides, all that kind of stuff. If you're looking for just a really basic no frills kind of thing, like they've got the angle precision, which great system. It's just slow because it's still a whetstone kind of thing,
Right.
As opposed to this, where this is a rest, and then I freehand.
Right.
So that's 18 degrees. I set that to whatever the knife is. Most American cutlery is anywhere from 17 to 20, depending on what you want. And then Japanese cutlery is 15 down to about 10. But I've really gone off as far as his quality.
Yeah, the one thing is that I wasn't particularly fond of was
that super polished finish.
right, you know, and
He also holds it at maybe 5 degrees.
really didn't realize
I'll
that.
pull up a picture. This is terrifying. So I'm definitely gonna edit. I don't like speaking bad about businesses, but he really needs to step up because he's doing I've started just this year. I've had probably 20 or 30 people call me out to fix what he's done.
Is that right? You know, his angle, that angle. We noticed that the knives, they won't hold an edge on.
And that's partially because instead of it being the let's say 15 degrees, he does it so cute, so it just rolls over. And
exactly.
American
So
Eagle,
I'm always stealing them. It's like,
if
man,
you
it
can't,
won't
do you have a
hold the
ceramic
freaking-
or is it steel?
It's steel.
Check for a ceramic. Ceramic has a light abrasive quality, so
Okay.
it'll also help with realigning as well as a light sharpening.
Okay.
That's what I recommend to everybody is get a ceramic.
Ceramic.
color.
Okay, that's good to know.
But I'll show you a picture. Those, not those. How far back? Wasn't that far back? Pull it back. That should be. So if you look at that knife, you can see the black coating.
Right. Oh man, look at that. I see that.
And it's way more it was maybe held at 5 degrees, and that's me doing checks.
Wow.
And I mean, it's a decent quality steel, but
Yeah.
it's going to roll over instantly. As opposed to a slightly more obtuse angle, okay, it may not be as sharp, but at the same time, what's functional sharp to a person? I try to give the balance between sharp and reliability.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and that's also part of the reason why I do that like sticky toothy sharp, is because it lasts longer.
Lasts longer.
As opposed to everybody loves a good polish. So, I mean, some steels benefit from it, most steels don't. But from that that sticky sharp, all steels benefit.
Well, you
go
know,
further. But
we're due to get on. I'm going to give you a call probably within the week.
I appreciate it.
And you're mobile, so you'll just come right out.
Yep, that's the best part. All I need is an electric hookup, and that's it.
We don't live far from it.
Fair enough.
But it's not. It won't be just our knives, because I know our neighbors across the street.
Oh, that makes it, because I have a call-out fee that just covers a little bit of gas, but
Okay.
I'll split that between however many people show up.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Perfect.
So yeah, it'll probably be within the week.
Perfect.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Yeah,
impressed.
I'll let you see the results before you're impressed.
Well, you know, look, I'm looking at. I mean, you put this together. That's impressive. You know, I like I said, I've wanted to do it myself for a while, but it's going to take some practice, and I'm
I believe that was the way it was. I've been doing this for now 15 years, just off and on, but the last 3 years professionally, because I had my mom and her side of the family say, "Hey, start your business." So had a pretty traumatic injury and was like, you know what, let's go with it. So I've never been happier.
I hear you. Hey, I think we got to get. Oh yeah, we got to get over there and do that. Nice meeting you too.
So that's also part of the reason why I say talk to your sharpeners, because like so many people just go, oh, sharpen my knife, and they just expect instantaneous results. But something I've learned over the years, and this goes for most fields that you're in, whether it be an electrician, a plumber, a retail person, something along those lines, sometimes asking them, hey, what would you recommend, can go a long way. You may have the knowledge and have done a bunch of research, but they do it for a living. So sometimes asking a person what their opinion is on it, sometimes, I mean, take everything with a grain of salt, but sometimes asking a person what would you recommend can go a long way. So that's why I say, like, for me, when somebody wants to talk to me about sharpening and that kind of stuff, I love having a conversation about it, because one, it builds my knowledge base, and two, builds their knowledge base, because I love, one, being a good steward, and two, having a fun conversation, because how I sharpen and how somebody else sharpens may be completely different.
What's going on, man?
What do you got?
So we got a little guy
And then the mini katana.
yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
Alrighty, let's start you up with a bin just so that I've got them a little bit more sorted.
Okay.
That was these ones go here, and then I'll throw this one in there, and you're just right over there.
Yeah, we're just these guys right here. Perfect. Yep. Yeah, I got a card for your square if you want to do. We do an hour later.
I'll let you be happy with the results first.
Okay.
I always make sure that
Sounds
that's
good.
the case.
Okay.
But first, I will give you.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Sounded like you were going by length.
Yeah, so this one probably will just be $8, but this one I'll do $1 an inch. My guess 13 inches, but
Okay, 14. We'll call that 14, but that's an 8. Okay, so
And then-
14 and 8.
are you planning on using these here? If you're not planning on using them, I can write them down below.
So you saw me ask him, well, you didn't, you probably saw me, but you more heard me ask him if I'd like, well, if he would like his knives wiped down. So most of the time when I'm doing like kitchen cutlery and that kind of stuff, I wipe it down with just a really basic oil that's food safe, so that, okay, it just protects the knives a little bit more. So the reason why I ask for like barbecue competitions and that kind of stuff is because it can impart a partial flavor. So I don't want to be putting a oil on those knives just in case, like, they've got such a specific flavor palette and flavor combinations that if I add just one flavor, can completely throw off and make them so they get judged poorly. So that's part of the reason why I asked them, hey, would you like me to wipe it down with oil or just leave it alone?
Hey.
Hey there. I hear you're sharpening knives.
Yes, I am. What do you got?
I got a global.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Right.
And where are you located?
I'm in the orange, sorry,
Small.
the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Small
yellow.
axe.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write your team name down. Should be like 10 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Alrighty, see you soon.
Yeah, they're using both of them today.
Okay, then I won't lock them
Okay.
down.
Cool, thank you.
Of course.
So I just realized that somebody was playing music in the background when I was filming. So the next few clips are gonna be silent, but just thought I'd let you watch them just in case. I mean, some of you just really enjoy the watching the sharpening and just the flow and that kind of stuff. So, and also on that note, if somebody knows like how to find the copyright for music and that kind of stuff, or knows it a little bit better as far as, okay, what music you can have or what music you can't have, let me know down below, because it's still one of those things that I'm not crazy familiar with. I mean, I'd like to get more familiar with it because it might be a nice add-on to some videos. But if you know a few things about like the audio and whether or not you can have like background music just playing or something along those lines, let me know, because I'm naturally curious. Alrighty, so that's gonna wrap things up for this week. Thank you so much for coming along with me to the barbecue competition. It was up and down, but it's a lot of fun. I love making the connections, talking to people, talking to you guys too. I mean, that's a huge one for me. It's really just fun seeing how much of a community I'm building and how many people I'm able to impart some new knowledge on, as well as being imparted on with knowledge as well. I mean, it's great. So until next time, stay happy and healthy. Take care.